Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. What a glorious day it is. Now, earlier in the year, I said to you guys that I would aim to grow 80% of my food. That hasn't happened this year, and there's a number of reasons. First one is I sprained my ankle quite early on, and that basically messed me up for the season. I wasn't able to get out here. I'm still suffering with it, but I'm managing to do things now. But I haven't been able to keep on top of the garden at all. I just have not been able to do the things I normally do. We've also had a building project going on with the house, quite a large one, and I work full time as well. So just trying to fit everything in, doing videos, garden, as it is. But anyway, so I've not been able to keep on top of it. However, I'm still getting food from the garden. And I would say, certainly over the past couple of months, around 50% of my food has been coming from the garden. So I thought I'd take you on a bit of a journey this week and show you how I do that. And I'm really making an effort to use everything we've got, every last bit, whether I eat it fresh or preserve it, because with the cost of food, the prices are rising all the time, and they don't look like they're going to come down anytime soon. So I want to really cash in on my garden. I've put that effort in. I need to make sure I use it. So I'm really determined to make sure I use everything I possibly can from the garden. So I will be uploading videos every day with the sort of meals that I do. I'll be using some of the store cupboard things, some of the things we've bought from the shops, plus what I've got from the garden, and just to show how I manage to keep our costs down with food, and yet we eat pretty well, I think. So without further ado, I think we'll get straight into it. And the first thing we need to do is harvest some food. Courgettes have been ridiculous this year. I turned my back and there are so many. I've been harvesting from this for months and months, and it's still going strong. So I've got 2 here and I can still count 1, 2, 3, how many? There's at least another 3, 4, 5. There's 5 more coming on here. So we've got courgettes. So the raspberries, whoops. So the raspberries have been brilliant this year. We're picking probably a bowlful like this every single day, which is what we're going to do now. And I've got my lovely assistant with me. Do you want to hold that, Martha? And should we start picking? And to be honest, we have been sharing them with the local wildlife too. But there's been enough to go round. Interestingly, the shield bugs love the raspberries, but they don't really seem to do any damage. So we've also got golden ones, and these have been great. The pests don't seem to go for these ones quite so easily, and they've been really big and fat. They're sort of not so big now, are they? But there's still loads from just a small patch here of the golden raspberries. Although I would say they're more prickly than the others. Would you say that, Martha?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more? I always feel there must be another one hiding somewhere, It's almost like a challenge to find one. It's not ready yet. Okay, How many have we got? Can I see? Whoops. Okay. So we've filled this bowl with raspberries. Let's move on to the next produce. So tomatoes, we've been picking tomatoes every day, eating them every day. There's not been as many as normal, and there have been a few pests eating them. I suspect a rodent, but there's still enough. I've managed to bottle a few, so I'm just going to get some more. These ones are called yellow pear, and they've been really, really delicious. There's some other ones in here called, actually I don't know what these ones are called. They look like a gardener's delight, but they're not. So I don't know what they are. And Ruby Falls we have, Matina, Bloody Butcher. There's a couple of others, I can't remember what they are. Right, so this is the haul I've got from the garden. So I got the courgette. I had to bin the other one. There was some rodent damage to it, so I've binned the other one, but we've got one courgette. The tomatoes, got a whole bowl of tomatoes here. I also picked up with the raspberries, some blackberries. We've got some, just some bramble bushes growing in around the garden, so I picked some of those up. There were some apples that had fallen from a tree. Now this one isn't supposed to be ready until end of October. It's an eater, but these ones had been dropped. Whether they've been knocked when people have been going up to collect eggs from the chickens, I don't know. So I picked those up. I don't know if they're going to be edible yet, but we'll see. I also picked up some Welsh onions and a few chives and some parsley. I always add these to my meals all the time. And I did pick up an egg. I've put it over here for some reason. Got one egg so far today. We're waiting on the others. So I think what I'm going to do is cook myself up something with eggs. We're just starting to get some of these ones. These are from our Araucana, I don't know how you pronounce it, chickens. They've only just started laying, so the eggs are quite small, as you can see. But we think they taste different. So what am I going to do with all this lot? I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get an onion and some garlic. They're over here, just behind the camera. They're harvested from the garden. And I'm going to fry some of those up, perhaps with a bit of courgette and some tomatoes and the egg. We'll see. So I've got one tiny onion here. I'm just going to chop this up. I've got one clove of the elephant garlic. Gosh, my eyes are watering. It always does it with homegrown onions and garlic. Oh, right, let's get rid of the onions. My eyes are streaming. Right, I'm just going to use a small bit of this courgette. Let's just give it a wash. And what I've decided is, I think I'm going to grate it. Right, and then I'm going to add, I'm just going to chop up a couple of tomatoes. Just chop them in half. Let's go for another one. Right, I'm going to chuck in the onions and garlic, but also at the same time I'm going to put in the courgette. It's really, really wet, this courgette. It seems to have a lot of water in it. I'm just going to fry this. I'm kind of doing it a bit like a bubble and squeak type thing. Just going to get a bit of pepper. Right, so there's quite a lot of moisture coming out of this. So we'll just cook it for a bit longer. I want to add the tomatoes. I'm just going to stick them around the edge. Right, I'm going to add my egg in there now. In fact, I'll have 2. Right, I think I might just... Oh, see, they're still a bit runny. I think I'm going to flip the eggs. And get dishing this up. It's kind of all falling apart. I think I'm just going to have to chuck the egg on top. Oh dear. Right. I am going to add as well some chives that I picked from the garden, parsley, and the handful of Welsh onions. I think another sprinkling of pepper. Right, this is all from the garden actually, every bit of it, apart from the little bit of oil that I fried. So let's have a taste. Let's taste the courgette first. Just going to try it again. It's really nice. I think it would have been better if I'd fried off the courgette a bit longer and made it a bit drier. It's almost got a slimy sort of texture, but it's still really nice. I think actually having the egg in with it is making it a bit tastier. So next time I'm just going to fry the courgette off a bit more, maybe put a bit of flour in there just to dry it up. But yeah, this is all from my garden. So I'm going to have some dessert in a minute. The children have had something similar. They don't really like courgettes. So they've all had scrambled egg with some tomatoes and cucumber. They have all had a piece of bread with theirs as well, toasted. Oh, and they've had parsley as well. Right, I really fancied something sweet after that. So, sorry, I'm having to bend down for the camera because I can't quite get it angled right. I've just got a bit of yoghurt in here and I'm going to have some of the blackberries and some raspberries chucked in my bowl. I don't know if you can see my bowl. I'm trying to find some of the red ones. Let's go down the bottom. There we go. And we were visiting family the other day and we went picking damsons and I made some damson jelly. It's interesting, it didn't set that well in the jars, but this little bit I've scooped into here set really well. Don't know why that is, but I'm going to put some of that in as well. Perhaps another bit more. So basically the only thing bought is the yoghurt. Oh, and probably a bit of sugar in the jam, but... Right, so I'm now cracking on with the evening meal and it's just going to be a chicken casserole. So I've got chicken over there, I've got onions, courgette, carrots, some mushrooms, some tomatoes that they're homegrown that I cooked up, a stock cube and some potatoes. I might put a few other bits in, I'm not sure, but we'll see as we go along. The potatoes, it looks like quite a lot of potatoes, but I find with my homegrown potatoes anyway, you have to cut quite a few bits out. So that's why there's quite a few there. Right, so I'm just going to start by frying the chicken. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to chuck it in. Oops. And just fry it. Right, I'm now going to add some onions, mushrooms and some carrots. Now I'm going to add the other half of that courgette. This is about the only way my children can eat courgette, because this just cooks down to nothing. And I'm going to add 1 stock cube. This is just a vegetable stock cube. And some tomatoes. These were just left over from a canning session that I did the other day. And probably a little bit of water. I'm going to pop the lid on and I'm going to cook that for a couple of hours. Right, so this is the meal. It's chicken casserole with the carrots. I've got potatoes there, some beans from the garden, and then I've added some parsley and some chives. So that's tonight's meal. I'm really looking forward to this. I have had a taste earlier and it's so delicious. Okay, so that's today's meals done. I will upload a video tomorrow with tomorrow's meals, and I'd love it if you'd join me. And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like what you've seen today, and also if you haven't done so, please do subscribe. And I'd love to hear any comments and any suggestions about how you think I could do things differently. It would just be really good to sort of pick up more tips and tricks along the way as well. So until tomorrow, bye.